Good morning, Believe Nation. Today's message is Ideas Matter. Over to you, Steve Ballmer.
I wake up every morning.
Espresso, keep me going.
Ideas matter. And I talked about this a little bit. I spoke at the big commencement at USC 3 years ago. And yet, as I was really going through what I needed to say to you, I have to reinforce this notion that ideas matter. People think business is about leadership. They think it's about working hard. They think it's about a lot of things, which it is. But at the end of the day, the ideas that you have will power the organizations that you join. They will create the value. A great team, great energy, and great hard work will never make up for a bad idea. Now, bad ideas can also fall flat on the floor for a lot of other reasons. Windows and the power of the microprocessor, great idea. Great idea. And ideas matter. Even if you turn around and look at your own sort of personal lives, the idea, what you choose to do, does matter. You don't have to make a right choice, a perfect choice now as you graduate. But what you really need to do is constantly ask yourself, am I pursuing the right idea in my life, in my career, for my company? Is this really something that will create value? Because at the end of the day, if the idea is wrong, you will fail.
I agree that ideas matter. I agree that ideas are important and creative ideas and trusting the ideas. What I would add to it is that you have to go out and execute on the ideas too, because a lot of people have great ideas. I'm sure you guys, being an entrepreneur audience, have tons of great ideas, but you have to go out and start making progress on those great ideas for anything great to happen. Because if the idea just sits in your head and you don't do anything about it, what you're gonna find is somebody else capitalizes on your idea, right? Somebody else goes out and makes tons of money, has a huge impact, and you sit there and say, oh, that was my idea. That person stole my idea. Where really, it's on you, because you didn't go out and execute. So when you come up with this great idea, you've got to go out and start taking action. Even if it's small, even if it's super tiny, some tiny little step every single day to move forward on it. And you may not have the resources or connections or knowledge or people around you or anything yet to make it happen. But part of entrepreneurship is figuring it out as you go. Yes, you can have a great plan. Yes, you don't just dive in and say, ooh, I wonder what's gonna happen. You wanna have a roadmap, but you won't have all the pieces together either. And there's gonna be a lot of unexpected things and roadblocks that get put in your way. And entrepreneurship is about being resourceful and finding a way around it, figuring it out partly as you go. And so if you're that person, that's where you're at right now, and you have this great idea and you think you can have a huge impact and make a lot of money and change the world somehow through that idea, stop waiting. Stop waiting for the funding to come in or for that ideal client to come in or for whoever to win the presidential election. Like, none of that matters. What matters is you taking action today and tomorrow and the next day to move one step closer to making that idea happen. Ideas matter, and you have to execute on it. So the question today is, I'm curious, are you guys executing to your full capacity? You've got this great idea. Are you really, deeply, truly, honestly, actually executing on it or not? Leave it in the comments below and I'm gonna join in the discussion. I also wanna give a quick shout out to Jocelyn Maeda. Jocelyn, thank you so much for buying a copy of my book. It really deeply means a lot to me. For those of you watching, if you want a chance at a shout out in a future video, make sure to pick up a copy of the book and email in your receipts so we can keep track. Thank you guys so much for watching. Have an amazing day. Continue to believe, and I'll see you again tomorrow morning for another shot of Espresso.
I wake up every morning.
Espresso, keep me going.